And now, the tip of the spear, leading the fight to take back the nation. It's Owen Schroyer. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
So here's what we're going to do in this segment. We're going to take the Jussie Smollett story, and we're just going to bury it. Now, let's just rewind the clocks back at how it all began. It breaks on, I think, a Saturday night. Jussie Smollett is out on the streets of Chicago where it's like 5 degrees or something. And they say he had bleach thrown on him, had a noose put on him. They were chanting MAGA country, wearing MAGA hats, 2 white men, and it was a hate crime. And then it kind of just sat out there for a while, and media continued to report it and hype it up as, oh, look at this, more hate crimes against a member of the LGBTQ community because of Donald Trump. And so the media echoes and echoes. We have tweets from Cortez and other Democrats saying, it just shows how racist America is. The media saying, they had Democrats saying it was a lynching. I mean, so that happened for a week. Uh-oh. Then what happened? Some of the evidence started to come out. Ooh. Jussie Smollett started to change his story. Of course, this was after he cried on Good Morning America about this horrible hate crime against him. Wow. The actor of the year, indeed. Well, the 2 men of interest that were caught on camera were brought in by police, questioned for a couple hours, and then released. What happened in those 2 hours? Well, I think it's obvious now. They cooperated with the police investigation, told the cops everything. Jussie Smollett then hires a defense attorney, same one that Michael Avenatti hired, and is now having to cover his ass for what appears to be one of the most staged hate crimes in American media history. Now, have you heard any of the media retract their stories? In fact, first let's go to this compilation in clip 12. Look at all the media reporting on this hate crime.
Empire star Jussie Smollett was the victim of a vicious, racist, and homophobic attack.
His attackers hurled racial and homophobic slurs.
2 people yelled racist and homophobic slurs.
Racial and homophobic slurs.
Not only homophobia, we're talking about racism. We're talking about hate with steroids.
They are looking for 2 suspects who were apparently wearing Make America Great Again hats.
The offenders uttered, "This is MAGA country."
The hate crime went down early this morning in Chicago.
Officials are investigating the alleged assault as a hate crime.
And now police say they're investigating this as a possible hate crime.
Anyone attacked in a hate crime like this is an outrage.
This is stomach-turning, mind-boggling information. It's out of control.
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi tweeting, the racist, homophobic attack on Jussie Smollett is an affront to our humanity.
And Senator Cory Booker said the vicious attack on actor Jussie was an attempted modern-day lynching.
Kamala Harris calling the attack an attempted modern-day lynching.
I'm so shaken by the story. This is horrible to report. This is a horrible story. This is a horrible story.
Yeah, I mean, the circumstances are just horrific.
Horrendous and unacceptable.
Absolutely despicable.
Yeah, a lot of people can't believe this is actually happening in 2019.
It's hard to believe that we're reporting, that we're even saying words like this in 2019.
Here's your fake news.
And this is America in 2019.
And CNN is fake news. So there you go, the compilation put together by Grabian. So you wait until all those media outlets that you just saw issue a retraction on their comments. All those Democrats issue a retraction on their comments. Oh! Nope. You'll be waiting until you're dead because it's not going to happen. And again, all of America should be repudiating Jussie Smollett for trying to divide this country. All of America should be repudiating the national media for going along with this hoax and not apologizing for it. So, folks, here's what it looks like happened. The whole thing was staged. Who knows why? The reports are now that he paid the Nigerians to do this, and they even pretended to do this before. They practiced doing this before the thing even happened. So think about the desperation of this individual. And he is so oppressed in America that he has to hire 2 Nigerians to oppress him. Tough stuff. And then he gets to go on all the television shows and cry about how he was attacked. All a bunch of lies. Well, he may be facing time in prison if he filed a fake police report. So we're going to see what happens with that. But now on the back end, listen to CNN running cover and what Brian Stelter said on the air today.
Is he going to cooperate with this investigation? Those are open questions. But because from the very beginning there were political connotations to this story that were undeniable, because sources close to Smollett said these two attackers said this is MAGA country and that they were Trump supporters, this became partisan and polarizing on day one. I wish it wasn't, but that is the reality. And that adds a layer to the story that makes it even more troubling. And obviously,
but pause it right there. Pause it right there. So listen to what he's saying. Oh, this was a political thing. I mean, that's why it got so blown out of proportion. And now we have to look back at how it got blown out of proportion because of the political nature of it. It was literally hoaxed as a political stunt. And here's Brian Stelter saying, oh, it's the media's fault for making it political because it was political. It was literally staged, Brian. It was literally fake, Brian. Your news network is the one that ran with the fake news, Brian, but he tries to project it. Now finish the clip.
Let's stay now.
From inside, how do you think the media, the media had to cover this? And it had to cover this.
Had to cover it.
Cautiously and responsibly.
Because it was racist, right?
How do you think, on the whole, the
and
media...
she said, cover it cautiously. Oh, very cautious you were.
Strong, high-quality news organizations have tried to be very careful all along on this story. But because TMZ said just a few hours after the alleged attack that this was a Trump supporter attack and had political connotations, like I said, it became partisan from day one. And when you're looking at those random websites all over the web, spreading information, you can end up, I think, having this story was able to be weaponized in many different ways.
Weaponized?
Weaponized?
By him?
This and orchestrated
by
this.
CNN?
Why? There was a rumor out there a few days ago that he did this because he was afraid he was being ridden off the show Empire. They were going to kill off his character. Well, the studio, Fox denied that was the case. So the motive here, there's still a mystery at the heart of the story.
Brian Stelter, thank you.
Oh, my gosh. What is the motive? Yes, Brian. Yes, Brian. What is the motive for Jussie Smollett? Let's see. He just marches with Democrats in anti-Trump rallies. He just tweets about how much he hates Trump. Oh, what is the motive? I have no idea. Oh, my gosh. Wait, Jussie Smollett, who hates Trump, decides he's going to stage a fake attack against him, blame white Trump supporters, just hoaxes the whole thing, and Brian Stelter says, well, we don't know what the, we don't know what the motivation was. Oh my gosh, we're still trying to figure this out. We don't know what the motivation was. It's a big mystery. Oh, wow, Brian. Oh, wow. I didn't even think you were that dumb. And then he blames TMZ. You ran with the hoax, Brian. You. We don't know the motivation. We have no idea why he would lie about Trump supporters. We have no idea. We don't know the motivation. But here at CNN, we're going to do our due diligence. We'll find it out. Now, in the next 60 seconds, I'm going to read for you a stack of hoax hate crimes that was tweeted out by Andy Go on Twitter at Mr. Andy Go, in Go. Indiana church vandalized with slurs like Hail Trump and swastikas and other such anti-Semitic stuff. Fake hate crime. New York CBS, arrests made after anti-Semitic graffiti cancels political event classes at Brooklyn synagogue. Also, another fake hate crime. Lafayette PD, UL student made up story about attack and stolen hijab. So someone tried to claim Islamophobia. Hate? No, fake. Man charged after swastikas found on Long Island College. Again, another fake hate crime initiated by a leftist Trump hater. Muslim woman made up crime on subway. Another fake hate crime made up by the left. Woman made up Trump-motivated hate crime story, police say. NBC New York. Another fake hate crime. What's the motive, Brian? I don't know the motive, Brian. Tell me.